Counter. We'll see. Flow is playing that Legion Commander. He's usually their offlaner, so that leaves the Tidehunter on the mid lane, played by Iceberg.
And this is a good hero to just throw against the Brood lane because you're not going to feed, right?
Yeah, you're not going to feed. That's usually what you do against Brood. You get a hero that's not going to feed. However, Undying right here is in some problems.
Yeah, they're trying to juke him out, get those decays up. No, they'll slowly chase him. Be able to get maybe another one out. No, not going to get the chance. Stuns there from Tiger.
It was actually interesting that Always Wanna Fly picks an Undying in this game. I know that it's popular for them, but overall the hero has low percentage of win rate, and also it's not the best hero versus Leshrac. Leshrac is actually pretty decent in the laning stage, right? Next to mid, but Brood would go there and just farm it, so maybe he has to farm it a bit quicker.
See here on the bottom. I'm going to certainly try and chase this one. Always Wanna Fly. He's got a soul repeal, but he has now been silenced, so no chance to turn into Decay for now. Kellen does come back in with a bash on Tiger, and that will put Tiger off from chasing.
He had no faith in the bash. Like, you have to believe in the RNG.
I mean, yeah, if he gets second set of bashes there.
Exactly, if he went for that lash, possibly he kills him before Abaddon reacts, but yeah, he just backed out.
Tiger diving in with the Edict, Always Wanna Fly. His turn, Always Wanna Fly. He's got to be a little careful getting blocked in as well by his own creeps. Being as low as they are, they cannot contest these runes. Liquid are able to step back and grab them for themselves. Now Boxy's going to come charging, and Boxy actually does end up dying. Kellen gets the hit off, and Boxy walks into his own death. Doesn't get the chance to get a single spell. The dilation as well, slowing down Tiger. Tiger, he's holding on to the stun. It's juked out by Kellen. Iceberg's coming as well to shut Liquid's bottom lane down, and they'll get both of them. Tiger and Boxy fall.
They were controlling that lane so well, they were dominating that off lane, and now they just go and they feed. They're like, all right, I guess I'm gonna run in with 5% HP as an Abaddon and die before I use any spells. It happens.
Yeah, that sort of play will give away that lead that you had in top lane. FlyToMoon able to dive down and chase down Insane here. Mickey, he's already forced off the top lane. It's Flow able to get more aggressive, nearly hitting level 5.
Yeah, he's out leveling the Ember Spirit, also pushing him out of the lane. But we'll see Mickey just heal up on the fountain and then go back. He's most certainly dead.
In the middle, that jump's going to be there as well. They're looking towards Iceberg. Iceberg, he has got the Ravage, holding on to it for now. They will manage to root up quite for a turn towards him with the duel. Now trying to offer up the save. Can Box to keep him alive? He cannot. They get the kill. FlyToMoon, they've taken down the big one. But the thing is, Liquid are still happy to fight without their Spider. They've got a lot of items on the rest of them, and they're ready to use them. Collapsing onto Iceberg. Iceberg is dead. Flow is stuck and trapped between them all as they find the Legion. Slayer's trying to juke around Tiger, actually killing him off with his own spells here. Will manage to do so.
Oh, Kellen. Maybe if he ported on that shrine, he'd be able to catch someone, but instead he ports on the tier 2 where everyone else is, and yeah, Liquid, they're just way too elusive. At the same time though, why force a fight before your Brood has that big?
He was about 100 gold away from it.
Like, that just feels weird. And they're forcing it onto that Tidehunter. Like, he's so beefy. Like, you can't take that man down so easily, and
no, for sure, definitely getting a little ahead of themselves there, Liquid.
Because of that, the Brood Mother dies just before he gets the BKB.
Slayer.
That's interesting.
Bit of a fancy little play here onto Mickey, but Mickey more than fine.
He had that shield out completely. Ever since Koikwa got that Aegis, they just used it to farm, and now they're going for Slayer.
They're going to try and look for the easier pick off Slayer. Found outside of the base, trying to get himself away. The BKB comes out, but the duel will be there, and that keeps Slayer alive. The duel, though, it's causing the death of Flow, as Flow will fall. They'll get the Chrono, it is the strong one. As they'll get one, they'll now turn their attention towards the Spider. Ravage there from Iceberg, quite was falling low, but he will be able to walk away. They didn't quite have the damage to kill him. A buyback has come out from Always Wanna Fly, but now, with their ultimates expended, FlyToMoon have nothing else to offer in that fight.
I just have to say, that looked like the perfect chrono for Void. Like, he catches them inside while Tidehunter is still able to hit them from the outside of the chrono. Also, Rubik is safe on the left side, but it just wasn't enough. With all the sustain that they've got, you can't match the natural sustain the Team Liquid has got.
Yeah.
Like, besides the items that they've bought, they also have Boxy, who's going to shield you all the time, who's going to heal you all the time. you have the Brood Mother that has that ultimate to work with, and on the other hand, FlyToMoon, they've itemized in such a way to stay up and living, but that means that they don't have the damage necessary for fights, so you have to balance it out somehow, and right now they aren't able to do it.
See them save me, because there's been a few times where Flo as the Legion has tried to save the Rubik, and it's not paid off. Now they've got to both buy back. Iceberg trying to start things off, but he's popping the BKB. Doesn't have the cheese. Will get the Ravage out, but the BKBs are out from Mickey and Quite, Kellen leading in. He's got the BKB, the Chrono out to the three of them. Do they have the damage to get the kills in time? The bashes around and Quite's dead. They'll turn to Mickey. Mickey stunned up, the stolen stuff from Slayer, holds him down a little bit. He tries for the TP out, but they're onto the high ground. They've got the four of them. They've got the five. It's a full wipe.
All right.
FlyToMoon knock back Liquid. And now they
has respawned, and we might see a good fight around this area, but at the same time, they don't really have a chrono to work with.
No, but they're built time for the items to come out. Courier's going to be back up. Daedalus will be there for Iceberg.
Yeah, they have a bunch of stuff as well. You have that duel for lockdown, you also have the Ravage.
And Iceberg's just going to walk in. He's going to try and start things off, have a poke towards Mickey. We'll slow them down a little bit. Buying time for the courier to come over, is about to make that delivery towards Iceberg.
You're just delaying time right now. You're just delaying, that's all.
There it is.
Iceberg runs in, gets dispelled by Legion Commander. He can't really die that easily.
Rush down to half HP at the moment. Gonna try and get some hits on him. Oh, wow! Look at how it go with those crits and the Daedalus. Mickey's got to be careful. Jump in and a jump out from Slayer. Just a bit of a poke. Bit of a tease. Kellen's in with the dilations, focusing Tiger. Tiger yawls it up. Tiger's out of position though. Jules there from Flo. That's one down. They get the grab. Jump forward. Do they have the chain to Sam? No, quite far. Will be able to put the BKB. Turns with the lifesteal onto Flo. Boxy and Mickey still trying to fight in the river. Flo's being chased by the spider, but the BKB's ended for quite far. He's got to turn around and help the rest because they're in trouble. Iceberg turns towards Mickey. The Ravage catches him off. They kill off the Ember. Quite's in trouble. He's got no BKB. Surrounded the Chrono.
Ember as well.
Kellen. Ember has remnanted into the Chrono. Does have the BKB, but he's getting bashed up. He's in trouble. Flores looking for Insania. Insania has to stop the death ward. Mickey's still getting focused down by the Void. Jump him, the Remnant Slayer with the Aghanims. He burns them down. It's falling on Liquid. No buybacks.
This is they can just go drone. 100 seconds. Mid lane is pushing in.
It's game
That's
over.
Game. It's over.
It's game.
It's crash and burn indeed.
It's game. And Liquid's not, they can't feel too happy about this. Well, they're losing, but this is not. This was a clowny game at the best. And they lost it.
Shiver was right, Benno was wrong. Yeah,
what can we expect from them?
There's a reason why you don't see a lot of it. It's just bad. You have the Abaddon. You can definitely push, but it's on FlyToMoon to just delay you a little bit, get a few items on that PL and Ember, and then the game should be very simple for them. Also, Legion Commander, this game, Pipe Crimson would be perfect. Like, they need these items.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I'm looking at sort of the cores, right? You have the Legion, as you said, you get Pipe Crimson, also having the ability to dispel your teammates, keep people safe.
Yeah.
Ember and PL, two heroes that are going to be jumping around with the Sleight of Fist, with the Doppelganger. I feel like those are sort of heroes that the Visage is going to have trouble alone at least locking down on. There's always going to need to be someone else to go in with Quake for him to get those pickoffs or kills onto cores. It won't be easy.
Most certainly, even when they always want to fly. He's a bit dead.
Yeah, Sully should beat the five of them. Finding him in the jungle. They'll start the game off with the first blood for Koifa. It's going to give him that bit of a boost to start the lane.
It's a good start, definitely, for Koifa, but at the same time, he started with Soul Assumption, which means he has no Grave Chill on that mid lane to work with, which makes his first few waves a little bit more difficult. And this hero isn't really the best when it comes to last hitting overall. However, they do love to run this Visage on a side lane, and if you have multiple heroes hitting someone, your charges are going to fill up very easily, and it looks like they will do that.
Okay.
Flash will be mid, and then you have this
from Insania. Make sure he's got the HP to withstand the harass from Boxy. Kellen will be the new focus, does Doppelganger array, but with the three of them here, they can chase him. Underneath the tower, he's silenced. They're going in for this one. Always Wanna Fly's going to help out the lift. Will it take him? It will, Kellen? He still dies, though. Tiger will be able to snipe him with the ice shot.
I think this is good for FlyToMoon, however, because they rotated 3 heroes there to help out the Abaddon, take bracers. That's the way it works.
Sunny seems to be the way to play. At the moment, they are going to try and push on off the back of that smoke. Liquid, they'll move towards the high ground, but FlyToMoon They are prepared for this. Remnants out. Iceberg's looking to chase. Kellen and Flo turn their attention towards Mickey. Iceberg will stay on top of Boxy. Boxy unable to get the deny off on time with the miscoil. Tiger and Quaker are forced apart from the rest of them. Mickey and Insania, they're separated. They're sort of split up here, Liquid. And now with the duel, they're in a lot of trouble. The snowball save does come into play, rolls them across, but both of them, Tiger and Mickey, end up going down. Quaker and Insania have to be careful as Soul Assumption will at least claim the life of the Rubik, but they lose 4 heroes there.
Yeah, this is such a bad situation for Liquid.
That whole move, the smoke, you know, they wanted to make something happen.
Obviously, FlyToMoon have a little bit of an edge there. Always want to fly. He's like... He just loves doing this, right? He loves to die.
Just making some space.
He should just be renamed to always want to die.
Yeah, they got him.
And the tombstone as well.
That's
he likes to keep things balanced. He likes the balance. You know?
But at the same time, look who they found up top. That's quite fun. If they got the kill, though, get the resume. Nope. No, they haven't found him. He's going to live. Oh, no, he's not. Slayer's there with the wraparound, Fade Bolt, and a Sleight of Fist. In fact, they don't just get the 1, they get the 2. See if they can chase Boxy. Boxy pops the borrowed time. Iceberg is going to look to stay on top of them. Another slight change. He's going to have the backup of Mickey. Stun controls there. Quick save from Flo. Gets him out of it. The chain stun from the birds causing some issues. Tiger will be in with the snowball. He's on top of Iceberg and actually gets the finishing kill. Now they turn back over towards Slayer. Stolen Aphotic Shield turns with a Fate Bomb, but he will fall as well. Liquid, as quickly as they lose their heroes themselves, will be able to strike back and get something in return.
Yeah, from 25 to 30, this game is going to break in one side or the other.
Here we go, diving under the tower. They got their eyes on Slayer. Slayer will be healed up and saved by Flo. Insania dropping down the ult. It's doing a lot of damage here onto Slayer, but no, Slayer, in fact, he gets the stolen one, and that does a lot to Insania. Insania, he's going to be the one to die. They lose supports on both sides, but with Kellen in the fight, this PL's ready to force them back with the illusions, burning the mana, keeping his distance from Mickey. They'll be able to duck out, duck back in with the duel, take out the Leshrac, and now they can start to chase on for more. The PL is an issue. Liquid's got to get away from him. They're trying their best to roam. Quaker getting his mana burn. Another heal fired out from Boxy. Mickey buying back to try and help turn this fight around. He'll boost the travel into the creep wave. Does land the stun on Always Want to Fly, getting the Undying. Tiger still playing around with Flo on the back lines. Flo will step away with the heal, but they get the big kill. They get Kellen there. Mickey with a clutch buyback coming in with the bots will make sure that Liquid can stay on top for now. Okay, fortunate to step back there.
Yeah, Boxy isn't really the best target, but maybe Taiga is.
Let's see if they can grab him. Boxy will offer up a bit of a save. There'll be the snowball coming out into play. Tiger trying to get himself away from the PL. Kellen is backing off for now. Notice that there's the full team off Liquid here and doesn't want to poke too hard. They'll back off, not wanting to take a fight on Liquid's high ground around that shrine. Smart moves there from FlyToMoon to retreat.
Yeah, definitely not the best position to fight in. And there's Abaddon, there's Tusk, they're both very tanky. They can save each other with the Snowball or the Aphotic Shield, so you would just waste way too much of your time. Also, using that Tombstone on the enemy high ground isn't really the best option. You would much rather fight around your high ground somewhere, maybe here around your stairs, and use that Tombstone over there so that it cannot fall as easily as it does when you just throw it inside of the enemy team.
Here we go, going for the high ground defense now. The Liquid have taken these last few fights and gotten themselves significantly ahead now. 17k advantage. All 3 of their cores have got back ahead of the game. Now the turn is in trouble, will be forced back. Another stun comes in with the Glimmer Cape. Iceberg, they'll be safe for now. The Rex, they've already been taken though. Liquid with the pushing power, they've found the racks. Maybe they could get some kills. Yule's up onto Iceberg. Sleight of Fist, an ability to dodge the stuns, but the further stuns come down from the bird. He's dead and gone. He's got to buy back. The focus now onto Slayer. Slayer's dead. The Remnants coming into play. Can they actually get any of these kills though, FlyToMoon? They're struggling to find anyone. They'll get Mickey the once, but Always Want to Fly's dead. So is Slayer. Both supports gone without buyback. As Flo, Kellen, and Iceberg are forced back to the fountain. Liquid, after just only losing the Aegis, they've got everyone still good to go.
I think he has cheese as well on the Lash still, right? Yeah, he has cheese. They're super capable of taking these last Raxes as well, and maybe even the game after. They don't have to go back at all. Kellen, like, he has a lot of farm, but he's unable to use it because you're disabled. If you're just stunned, if you're just in one spot, or if you're slowed with Shivas, with Radiance, with everything, then all your farm is for nothing, even with that BKB.
And they've pretty much got the Megas. There's a Rax up top. They've got to send someone up there to get the creeps off it. He was getting for the majority of this game. It's just had no impact in the outcome of the overall match. That's Liquid. Up to the high ground they go once more, ready to try and offer the finishing blow to this game too. Iceberg, BKB's pop, Liquid will kite it out for now.
Yeah, BK has that Aegis to work with, also has a refresher shard, I believe, in the backpack, so they're just putting him up front. It would be so much easier if BL was level 25, but sadly for them, he's not.
He must be close now. Boxy. Now I'm going to try and go on the Abaddon. They've got to jump away from that. Tiger in onto the high ground, looks for the uppercut onto Slayer. Slayer getting himself back and out of it all. Hex is down to always want to fly. The chain stones from the Familiars causing issues for Kellen. The save will be there from Flow. BKB's out from Kellen and now start to turn, but they're doing no damage at all. Kellen just cannot hit. They have so much sustain, so many heals, so many saves. And Kellen, he's dead. He jumps in, goes to his death, will buy back. He's in, but there's no always want to fly. The tier 4s are falling. Liquid now onto the Ancient as FlyToMoon. They cannot do anything to slow down this push. A 40,000 gold lead from Liquid. They'll focus the Ancient. They'll look over to pick up some extra kills.
Pretty quick on Liquid, because if like Queen of Pain doesn't get like certain items like Crystal Maiden.
We see something different in the current series, but something very similar to yesterday's series. Like Fogged called it before. If this was a DK instead of a Storm, it's almost an identical draft to the yesterday's one, in which Jug really didn't have any success versus the Lycan, because if you get Lycan with these Necros around like, let's say 15, 16 minute mark, that Omni Slash, if it's not level 2 by then, it doesn't do anything, and then you just take towers, you take all the map, all the objectives, and by the time Kellen gets his farm, he's just useless. So definitely Liquid. Let's see, the snowball is there.
Yeah, we'll have a bit of a move there from both sides. Kellen was quick with the Blade Fury to dodge that initial stun from Boxy.
You can keep the lockdown onto the Jug. You can also dish out that damage. And on the top lane, Flo will have a lot of farm here. He should be fine. He's already 7-1 CS versus 6 of the... Oh,
there we go. Finally getting a kill there with that combo that they tried a few times. This time Tiger won't, but you're still going to have the Necro army out and ready to beat down on the support.
But you could see the way Ogre was moving. He was super careful about that. Oh, now he's not super careful.
You do have the Moonlight, and with no detection on the front lines, Flo's going to be fine. In fact, he may find a chance to turn around. Gets the double blast off onto Tiger. He'll be the focus. Slayer's looking for the wraparound, and there's Iceberg. He'll go straight in onto Insania. Zips forward. That's the keeper the light down. He's a little low on mana. Cannot get out, though. Mickey drops the Sonic Wave. Now always want to fly. It's time for revenge. Drops down the old Quaifa. Left on the high ground. They'll get the 2-for-1 FlyToMoon.
Very interesting that Liquid isn't executing their strategy the way, and he also has no saves, right?
Yeah.
Like, in contrast to that last game, which had so many heroes with sustain and utility, this game doesn't really.
Slayer found out down bottom. They are going to bring TPs in, Flo, and always want to fly.
That freezing field, just let it go. Always want to fly.
Just
let it all out, man.
Liquid, they will be ready to try and dive as soon as that comes to an end. Quaifa charging past the tier 2 with the help of Boxy. They're on top of Flo. Have managed to reduce his armor. Chain stunning him up with the helm of the Dom Centaur. They'll get the kill. This is the aggression you'd expect to see from Liquid's heroes. They're pulling it off now. 15 minutes. I mean, I don't know. Someone can do the maths on that back at home. I think Twitch chat can get the calculators out, work out what the odds are. And oh no, now he's been jumped up. Boxy is going to come in with a blink onto the two of them. Always want to fly, roll across. They've got the ball of light down, pulling in Flo and the Serlins onto the Storm. There's no escape for Iceberg as Iceberg falls. Flo is dead as well.
If he managed to multicast there, he'd be happy. He would go to base instead to buy a new. It's very insignificant.
Look, I mean, look at it. Well, it's KDA 1-2-1. Yeah. He's only been involved in 2 of the 10 kills that FlyToMoon have been able to find. He's not been involved.
Meanwhile, Boxy, he's playing the Slardar. He's left, right, and center.
Everywhere.
Just jumping in with that blink, creating space. He's 8-2-9. He's
Iceberg.
Oh.
Gonna look for the zip in. Tries for the kill. They do manage to kill off the Quap. He can be pulled from Iceberg. Can they get more? Mickey's gonna buy back in an attempt to really turn this fight around. They're on top of Kellen. Kellen's got to get himself away. He's doing his best to retreat, but Boxy is chasing him down. Jump forward, gets the crush off. Healing ward's out. It's not going to be enough heals to save Kellen as the jug falls. The rest of FlyToMoon able to escape.
Yeah, with that buyback from the Queen of Pain, they will not stop with only this. They will force the... And quick one.
We'll go for the chase down. Boxy's in. Focusing Flow. Quofa again starts the fight with the easy kill. Always want to fly is removed. Slayer, I mean, he can't really do anything to help out Flow. I think he's just going to let the Ogre go. Slayer leaping away, but Tiger, he's trapped off the two of them with the shards. The Will-O-Wisp is going to drag back the Marauder. Slayer's surrounded. Boxy's on top of him again. 3 more kills.
It's so simple for them to chase them down. It's like this Ogre can be as tanky as he wants to be. It doesn't matter because you have Corrosive Haze from the Slardar. It shreds right through you. He uses that Crimson Guard, he uses the Lot Sword, but none of that matters when there's a wolf with all of his pets attacking you together with the Boxy Slardar. And it's a forced buyback, but I'm not so certain only the 3 of them will be able to defend the high ground.
Yeah, everything going to plan here for Liquid. Very much sort of the coordination you expect from this sort of squad.
Yep, Koipa just moving up, howling for all his pets and summons to attack the tower. Straight into the Raxes, while Boxy is just creating this puddle wall.
I mean, you cannot kill this Slardar, right? With the heart and the puddle buff. You're just invincible, and they know it. They've called it. GG is called. And Liquid will take game 3, and with that, will proceed here.